Okay, so we're going to pick up the new boat we won. And there she is. And take it out with a Reef Marine and take it for a test drive. Back soon. So here we are on the boat.
So Steve, we've got your safety gear.
Yep.
Obviously, it'll live. Well, most people chuck it down there somewhere.
Yep.
Got your fuel tank that lives up the nose. We've got a little bit of fuel in it, so we can go for a run. So that's where your fuel tank will stay. It's hardwired. It's fuel lines already installed, like to the back of the boat.
Yep.
And then you got another hatch. You got another hatch up here. Anchor well for your anchor and whatnot. I've just chucked your anchor for the time being inside the safety bag.
Yes.
You'll more than likely throw that box away, chuck your anchor up in the front there, and toss your bag.
Yep.
Toss your bag in the front there. It's got 2 life jackets in there. Come in. Let's do it together. So you got an anchor in here with rope,
Yep.
chain, shackle, everything like that.
Awesome.
2 life jackets. You got a couple of paddles. Your V-sheet. Now you've got a baler bucket, a torch, and a mirror. Everything that you need for inshore. Now, like I said, if you want to go out the mouth, this safety gear will only get you to the mouth. So when we go for a ride in the river, I'll go and show you what that is. So if you want to go beyond that, you need to add flares.
Yes.
Right? So flares are about $75 odd, but whenever you're comfortable to do that. And then that'll let you go 2 nautical mile off the coast.
Yep.
Right? After that 2 nautical mile off the coast, then you need an E-perb, a second anchor, and a chart. Which the chart and the second anchor are cheap as chips. It's the E-perb that's the expense. It's high 200s, low 300s, something like that it is. But this is everything. If you get pulled up by the inspectors, this is everything you need inshore.
Yep.
As long as you stay within the mouth. Okay?
Awesome.
So that's everything. We'll chuck everything back in here. I might chuck that back in there. Toss this up the front here. Put it in there. And the anchor will go in here.
Yeah.
Once it's out. I mean, I'll leave it in the box for now, but once it's out of the box. The bin up the front's just your anchor well. So when you keep pulling the anchor in out, so you don't have to keep putting it in the front of the boat, and that drains. If you get water in, that just drains out the side of the boat.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got 6 rod holders, boat strap, which the boys have just undone, so they can just drag the boat forward a little bit. And then down here, mate, is your switch panel. So as you can see, your seats are movable.
Yes.
So you can pull these out and move these anywhere in the boat that you like. Like normally when you drive, when we drive, you'll drive in this position here, and then when you fish, you'll find you'll move it to that position there. Here's your switch panel. So they're all labelled. Navy lights is your 2 lights up the front.
Yep.
So at night, after 6 p.m. or before 6 a.m., by law, if you're travelling up in the water, you need to have the navy lights on. Anchor light.
Yep.
The anchor light is obviously when you're anchored. I like if I'm going at night, I still like to have that on because people behind you can't see your navy lights, so they can see where you are with that. Now that is just easily removable. You just unscrew that, and that pulls straight out, and you just put the grommet back in, and you can hide it up the front wherever you like.
Yep.
Okay. Put that back in for now. The rest will demonstrate on the water. Well, actually, this one here, we've called it cabin lights, but if you can see, it'll be your lights under the. A bit hard to see in the daylight, but
Cool.
they're you can see it on my hand there, and then the other one's up the front, sort of there,
Which is perfect.
which is roughly where you are. So basically, you either do it 2 ways, like I said. You either get the 5-meter strip that you put the whole way along, or this where you and I are sitting is where you're going to be doing your fishing. You're always going to be down the back near the outboard. your mate could possibly be up on the nose. Most times it's going to be where you are. So I've got the exact same setup on my boat, same boat as this. So when you do it doesn't, although it doesn't provide you any light up here, it off an unpainted surface, it reflects the light down under here. So you can tie a fish hook knot easy or bait up here, easy as.
Mine said, why don't you get blue lights? I said, no, I want to be able to see when I'm like doing a rig. You know, like they're not there for show.
Believe it or not, some people prefer blue lights, particularly prescription people. But anyway. And then we've got two here, I'll show you them on the water. One's your bilge pump.
Yep.
So that you'll hardly ever use. That operates that pump down there. See the pump down the back of the boat? So that you'll only use if you're doing a lot of crabbing when you're bringing the pots in the water and you're getting water in the boat, or cast netting brings a lot of water in the boat. Other than that, you shouldn't even need it. And then this one is your live bait tank pump, which is also in the boat. And I'll show you that works in the water, and that'll pump water in that tank, and it'll just keep recycling in that tank. As it fills up, it goes out the hole on the side, and that's how that works.
Nice.
That's the boat pretty much. If you ever go to fit a sounder one day, it's best on that little ram bracket that I showed you that fits in that perfectly in that thing. Oh, tar, mate.
That's the leftover ones. In case you put anything else on that other switch pointer.
Ah, sweet. I'll chuck this under the nose for you. So if you ever want to put any other, use your last switch.
Will be for the sounder.
Well, you don't even need to hook your sounder up to that. You can just hook up direct because a part of your accessory pack also was an isolator.
Yes.
So there's your battery isolator there.
Oh, nice.
So when you get home and in the shed, turn that off. Nothing in the boat will work.
That's right.
Absolutely nothing. That'll keep your battery charged.
Yep.
Otherwise, even though everything's off, over time you do get leakage.
Yeah.
So I'll chuck this. You want me to chuck this in this bag here for you, mate?
Yep.
I'll chuck this in here for you. We'll get out and we'll have a look at the outboard now before we get down the ramp. Just jump out and make sure that don't come up now. Much better.
Oh, coffee.
So, your outboard. When you go and flush this outboard out, do you have any muffs at home?
No. You use that or?
That's your secondary flush.
Secondary.
So either have you got a big bucket?
Yeah.
Well, big bucket of water. Put your leg down, and here we'll move away from the bloody door. This around. Okay. So take the strap off there. So you've got two trim switches. One now at your thumb.
Yep.
And another one here for when you're doing your leg. You can do this one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Excuse me, Chuck. Could you just let Sandy know, mate? She should come take a photo, please. So lift your outboard up. That falls away. You can just unclip that off, and then down you come. So you can lower that down to a bucket, mate. As long as your bucket of water comes up to at least over that,
right?
It'll pick it up. So run your outboard on that, and you'll have water coming out of the telltale over here. Once you finish doing that, take this hose off.
Yep.
It's a dead end in here, so the water can't go anywhere, it just stays here. Put your little hose fitting in there and clip it up. Do not run your outboard when you're doing this.
Yeah.
All right, it's pure, it doesn't flush your leg, it only does your power head, but you only need to leave it on there for like a minute. All it does, if you dredge a bit of sand, which you will do in a boat this size, it has a water cooler through the fuel system, and then the sand can't get back up over the power head. So they make the sand come down to here.
Yeah.
So basically, by flushing it out here, you get everything out of your motor. It's a two-stage flush.
I've got a mate with one of these. He just does that.
Well, he should do both because he's not getting any fresh water to his leg.
Yeah, I'll let him know that.
Under the hood, there's not a great deal for you to do. What I like to do is after I use it, I like to get my hose, kink my hose. Do not wet any of this computer stuff here.
Yep.
I like to give in my pan a little bit of water. Now, never full bore, just sort of crack your hose.
Yep.
And I mean, a little trickle over this part of the motor is okay, but mainly these cows are never, none of them are ever completely waterproof. So you'll find when you come home over after a few trips, you'll get salt. You'll see salt crystallised in there. So there's a little bit of fresh water in there. Bob's your uncle, she's all good.
And they'll just drain down.
They'll just drain straight out.
Yep.
Don't, like I said, don't flood, and so just keep it cracked. So I mean, that's your air intake there. So no water around your air intake at the front.
Yep.
Or off to this side where the electronics are.
All
right. You got access to silicon spray? I imagine you'd have access to silicon spray.
No.
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 Well, look, we sell. I recommend buy a can. It's good after I wash it. Then I leave the cowl off and I leave it dry in the sun, and then I'll give it a hit with silicon spray.
Yeah.
Silicon spray you spray everything with the electrics, the whole lot. It will not let any salt stick to the motor.
All right. Yep.
And when you get your water here, you'll just see the salt just beat off. It'll be that slippery, it'll just straight away. I like to silicon spray after every trip, every time the motor dries. So that's how I like to do that. So a bit of silicon spray is awesome. Stephen, this is Sandy.
I met you.
Sandy, that's very good.
Met you the other day,
Yeah.
The only other things to do under the hood, mate, is your engine oil, which is here.
Yep.
Now don't get too pedantic about this. It's no biggie because keep it serviced. There's nothing to really worry about.
Yeah.
But it'll never be on the full mark. It'll always be somewhere between low and high. As long as it's on the dipstick somewhere, we're happy days. And in the very unlikely event that you have to put oil in it, that's where we put the oil in there.
Yeah.
But mate, you won't even need to buy any oil. This thing she'll just run like a clock.
Yeah.
We'll go through the warranty as such is I said 2+2. So
2 years.
So you only get your 4 years if
yeah.
you get your services done.
Yeah.
So services are first one's 3 months or 20 hours. Now,
Yeah.
although this motor was officially purchased in November, we have an exemption from Yamaha for you.
Yep.
That the real delivery date is going to be today. So after today, you'll have 3 months from today, because or we can put an hour meter to it, like I told you. Hour meter's about $70. If you decide to put the hour meter on down the track, it'll only start counting from then. It won't catch up. But yeah, 3 months, 20 hours, and the next one's at 100 hours or 12 months. So if you go by time, in your first 12 months, you're going to have 2 services, and then 1 service every year thereafter.
Yeah.
And mate, that's pretty much it. The rest I'll show you in the river
Awesome.
when we go for a burn.
Have you got the little GoPro?
And here she goes. Alright, she's going in.
Don't let that barrel hit the side there, Steve.
Yep.
And in you come.
Avenger.
We'll go for a bird first so you can take your video.
All right. That's a live bait pickup.
So when you're stopped, and you open this tank up, so there's water in there because it was still down. It's gravity's forcing it in.
Yeah.
Switch in the live bait pump on. Away it goes, up and around. And then when you do live bait, you keep that pump going. When it goes up, it's going. Yep. The Bill's pump, although we the boat hasn't been in the water here, but there's no water in there because there's yeah, there's no leaks. Basically. Alright, so when you take off, I like to keep the outboard all the way trimmed down. So when I say trimmed down so it can't go any further.
Yep.
And then when you get going, you can trim it up. Now, if you're going to do a lot of outside work, this boat will perform better with a perma-trim. It's fine without it, but you'll notice when we trim, when you drive in a minute, when you trim it up, you notice the front of the boat start doing this. It's called porpoising. So to stop it doing that, we need a perma trim on these boats. Helps them dramatically. They're a couple $100, but yeah, that'll keep the nose down. Nothing you need like straight away.
Yeah.
I know you want to try not to spend too much money, but that's something that you probably want to look at down the track. Now on your motor, so you got your up and down here.
Yep.
This is your troll mode function. So if you're going to do any luring, if you want the outboard, you want the boat to slow down a bit. Every time we press that motor's going down 50 RPM increments. You can hear it.
Yep.
Now it only goes down so far because if it kept going, it'd clonk out. And then same up. If you want to go a bit quicker, feel it getting bigger, heavier, more RPM. Now it'll only go up so far because people think you can be able to keep pressing that, it'll get you up on the plane. Definitely won't happen. Mate, by law, I'm going to tell you to keep your lanyard wrapped around your arm. Yep. That way then if you fall out of the boat, engine clonks out. Alright, so that's got to stay on your arm, and that is your spare key.
Yes. So
when you get home, go and rip that off and put that somewhere safe. And mate, starting the boat, so always when you turn it off, always turn the key off.
Yep. And
you start it simply, that's simple. Now you can turn it off like that, or you can turn it off like that. That simple. Now this lever here is your friction control. So that's nice and loose at the moment.
Yep.
If we put that friction control all the way, it stiffs right up.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So when you're traveling, like in the thing, we'll leave it stiff, and then when you get in the water, loosen it off. Now if you forget to leave it on there, if you force it, all this little brake pad, all you'll do is wear out the brake pad. So once you've worn it out, then it'll need adjusting, basically. Yep. So if you just use it as that when you're traveling, and that when you're not, when you're in the boat, happy days.
Yep. Sweet.
Be my guest. Alright, so you got you just finished traveling, the motor's up like that, so trim it down, put it in gear, so get that, push it forward, and reverses backwards.
Yeah.
Have you driven a telehandler before?
I haven't.
Alright, let's go this way. Just go slow till you get the feel of it. You won't go too close to the wall. So you feel your steering, left, right,
Yeah.
easy peasy.
Yeah.
Alright, screw the throttle and put up on the plane. Keep the motor trimmed all the way down. Now when the boat goes back down, we're not on the plane yet, keep going. More throttle. Right, now we're up on the plane. Feel how we're gliding?
Yeah.
Alright, so keep it up on the plane, bit more throttle. Okay, let's go that way a little bit. Just got a sandbar in front of us. Alright, now trim it up a little bit. Not much. That's enough. Keep going, keep going. Keep screwing the throttle in.
Right.
Keep up. That's it, you got it. Alright, turn. One way or the other. Go back this way. Go up this way. Just have a little play and get comfortable with it. Go straight, go towards that bridge for me. I'll give you a fella's name and number. He'll do a course with you to get you a license. He's very good. Feel this. We're just going over some bumps, but if you flatten it and trim up, you'll feel it start to do this.
Yeah.
That outside is not really what you want, so that's what that permanent trim will help with that. Then just trim it down a little bit. Down. Yeah. Trim it down a bit more. Down a bit more. You're going up. Just go down a bit more. Touch more. There we go. It'll start. See, it'll start. Feel it straight away. Trim it down a touch more. So the quicker you go, the more down trim you're going to do.
Alright, yeah.
And see how we've pretty much stopped now. Handles the waves really well. Just follow them, guys.
I'll turn the lights on.
Sorry?
The lights. Ah, yes. Awesome. That saves a lot of hassle, eh?
It's a lot easier when we put it do it for you.
Yeah.
I've got to put a little bit more. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'll do this. You can hold that. You got a bit of rip there. Just on that little back bar there. Grab the wire rope, Chuck.
One brake light out.
Stay there, Chris. You might have to grab and push it in for a second. Come in on that roller. Yeah, on the roller there, mate.
Awesome.